Welcome to this episode of Understanding How to Learn. Today I'm going to talk about active recall and its importance in learning. But first, what is active recall? Active recall is a learning framework that encourages active engagement with the material in order to retain it for longer. This active engagement involves testing our knowledge by retrieving information from memory. Creating active links between different concepts has been shown to be more effective than passive reading or listening. One way to use active recall in learning vocabulary is through active practice and repetition. For example, a student can make index cards for each word they are learning with a definition written on one side and an example sentence from their own writing or speech on the other. Students can then use active recall by reviewing these cards to test their recall and comprehension of the definition, phrase, and sentence structure. How does active recall help us learn? It's all about strengthening our understanding so that we can better remember what we are trying to learn. It also helps us identify gaps in our knowledge and think more critically about the subject matter. Evidence suggests that active recall can substantially improve retention of information over time. This is known as the curve of forgetting. The curve of forgetting is a term used to describe how much you remember over time. An example of the curve of forgetting could be that if you learned something today, you would still remember it after 1 week, but not as well as when you first learned it. You might still remember the basic idea, but not all the details to help remember things better. Active recalls should be practiced often. This means testing your knowledge by retrieving information from memory and connecting different ideas together. Practicing active recall regularly can help overcome the curve of forgetting, which is when you forget some of what you learned over time. Active recall in the context of learning science and cognitive load theory. Active recall also fits into the wider context of learning sciences and cognitive load. Learning sciences is a branch of neuroscience that seeks to understand the cognitive processes involved in learning, how to optimize them for better learning outcomes. Cognitive load theory focuses on understanding the capacity limitations of our working memory when active recall is used in making sure our active recall strategies don't overload it. To conclude, active recall can be an effective tool for improving learning outcomes. It encourages active engagement with the material, strengthens understanding, identifies gaps in knowledge, and helps us think more critically about what we are trying to learn. I encourage you to give active recall a try as part of your study routine. Thank you for watching. See you next time.